What's going on, guys? It's Professor Gnome, and I thought we would kick off the new year with something a little wacky and a little fun. And so I was looking through my bulk the other day, just reorganizing my binders, and I came across a couple copies of Alakazam EX. And I started thinking, how can I actually make this card work? And I was inspired by recent Dracopult lists with the Iron Thorns, and I thought, if Iron Thorns can make that deck broken, it's gotta work with Alakazam, right? So we're going to be focusing on the Dimensional Hand Attack, which is for 2 Psychic Energies. We do 120 damage, and then what's interesting about this attack is that we can actually use it from the bench, which has surprisingly great synergy with Iron Thorns EX, because we can just leave it there, and we never actually have to worry about pivoting out when we attack, because we're just attacking from the bench. So we get to use its ability that shuts down all rules box Pokemon, meaning Pidgeot EX can't do anything, Charizard can't do anything. More importantly, things like Lumineon can't really use their abilities, Squawkabilly, all that kind of stuff, Radiant Greninja, none of those get their abilities, and so a lot of decks just kind of rely on it, which is what makes Iron Thorn so strong. And so I kind of threw this deck together last night. I thought it'd be a little bit fun to use. I'm going to see if I can get the Strange Hacking attack to be good. I've never pulled it off, but I'm going to try it. And yeah, I think this is just a really fun little deck that I threw together. I wanted to start the New Year's off with something a little bit wacky, a little bit fun, especially as the ladder's kind of coming to an end. We do run a Klefki as well. It's kind of just like an extra Iron Thorns. And then our A-Spec of choice is going to be the Neo Upper Energy, since it can just allow our Alakazam to just kind of start attacking right away. We do run the Devolution and the Evolution, since we can just throw a random energy onto the Iron Thorns and actually get the attack off with it as well for the Evolution. And our draw engine of choice is going to be Bibarel. It's kind of the best one that I can think of for this deck at the moment, and so it'll allow us to get that set up and be able to use that. It will allow us to evolve our Abras if we want. We are going with the Teleporter Abra, just so that way if it is in the active, we don't have to worry about retreating it. We can just use the Teleporter, switch it out, and really what we're looking for is to make sure that we can get Iron Thorns into the active as quickly as possible. Obviously, we want to go first, and so if we end up opening up with an Abra and having to like Nest Ball out the Iron Thorns like on that same turn, we can always just Teleporter to bring it into the active. We have things like the Rescue Board as well, which is good, and also we just have a couple other options that we can do. We have the Air Balloon to make our retreat a little bit easier with Alakazam, since it can get bossed up, and that's pretty annoying. We do just run one copy of the Jamming Tower. It comes up sometimes, and I just couldn't really think of a better stadium to run, so we're running that. But yeah, that's kind of the list, guys. Be sure to let me know what you think of the list. I would love to workshop it a bit and hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on it, and kind of how you would improve it. As, like I said, I think it's a fun list, and it's been doing okay so far, but I did just kind of throw it together last night, so I haven't had a ton of testing on this one. But yeah, that's just about it for the list. I just want to give a special shout out to the channel members. Thank you guys so much for that additional level of support. It really does go a long way, and it means a lot, so thank you guys so much for that. As well, for anybody who likes the list or the videos or anything like that, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. It really helps out the channel, and it means a lot, so I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, just be sure to let me know what cards and decks you want to see featured in the upcoming videos. We have a lot planned for the Prismatic Evolution set, but that's still a little bit of ways, so we have some time to kill before that comes out. So yeah, just let me know what you want to see, as well as that video that I talked about in the past with Control Players Unite will be coming out soon. We are going to be recording that tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, I will see you guys all in game number 1 in a second. Peace. Alright, we're in game number 1, and we are going to be going first, which is very good for us. That's definitely what we want. We do open the Iron Thorns EX, which is also what we want, so we don't actually have to have the Klefki down, since we do have the Iron Thorns already. It's pretty much doing the exact same thing. The only thing that's different is that the Klefki would shut off just like basic Pokemon and not just Rule Box, but in this instance we don't really mind all that much. Between one or the other, we're going to take the Iron Thorns each time. I think this is the right play to make. Yeah. We can do that for now. I think we go Nest Ball here as well. Grab ourselves one more Iron Thorns, just in case we need a replacement, and we can pass from there. The main thing now is that we can look for a Arven off the next turn with the Pokégear, grab ourselves the Evolution, or grab ourselves an Energy, use Evolution, get ourselves the Kadabra and the Bibarel, and start kind of going from there. I think it's kind of going to be our play of choice. Depending on our top deck, obviously. Because if we get, like, Rare Candy, then we could probably just go... We'd probably just Pokégear still for Arven. Go, like, Ultra Ball and something, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think we would just go Ultra Ball. Get rid of the Rare Candy. Get ourselves like a barrel. Look for the Alakazam on a future turn. Because they want to go Radiant, but they kind of can't right now. Alright. We go Pokégear. Unfortunately, we missed. That's super unfortunate. We definitely needed, like, something out of this. Because we need some sort of energy to make this work. I think right now... it doesn't really matter if we boss his orders. I think we just passed. That's a really dead turn, unfortunately. That's not what we wanted to see at all. But Iron Thorns may be able to slow them down. Alright, cool. Okay, so there's the Rare Candy. Unfortunately, we're still stuck. So we do have to pass. We're getting a little unlucky with our top decks here. If we get like a single energy, we're going to be in a really good spot. Alright. Iron Thorns is doing what it needs to do, though. It's making our bad deck work. Alright, so we place the Evolution down. Place the energy. Go ahead and go Evolution. Evolution, Bibarel, and Abra. So we get the Kadabra. And more importantly, we get the Bibarel. And now we're looking for Alakazam and Neo Upper Energy. And if we can get both of those, we'll be in a great spot. Bidoof from our opponent. Electric Energy. We still need a switch. Go Ultra Ball. For what? Okay, best case scenario here, we draw into the Neo Upper Energy. We can go, like, we'll place that down onto the Kadabra, go boss his orders, pull up the Bidoof. Okay, so this is why we got ourselves a second Iron Thorns, because even if they go Iron Bundle here, it literally does not matter. Kind of hate that. Gonna go boss, though. Gonna pull up the Bidoof, because we want to knock this out before it can become Bibarel, and also give ourselves a chance to draw. Where we do get the Arven for next turn, that's actually really, really big for us. So we really just need, like, this turn. Alright, that was maybe a bad play. We got greedy. Because now they can place one energy onto this Bidoof and pull it forward. Yeah, that was a bad play on our part. We should have left the Chien-Pao in because it had the 2 energy retreat cost. Because if they go Moonlight Shuriken onto Kadabra and the Abra, that's going to be... oh, and they got the Bibarel. That's really, really rough. Hirida, so now they can go Rare Candy, Excalibur. I mean, we do have the Buddy Poffins, so we should be okay. Like, we're gonna go down 2 prize cards here. But overall, we should be okay. Just depends on what their Moonlight Shuriken targets are. Alright, yeah. That was worst case scenario. Alright. We learn from our mistakes, though. Let's see what else we can do. Now we're getting our Arvens. So, we go Buddy Poffin here. We'll grab ourselves double Abra again. We'll go Arven for Counter Catcher and Devolution. Go Counter Catcher, pull this back up, go De-Evolution, draw ourselves 1. We'll attach here, go De-Evolution again. And so the reason for this is that they need Rare Candy all over again to make the Excalibur. They're going to need energy back into their hand. So we should be fine now. And it's 2 energy to retreat the Bibarel, if they create it again, which we could assume they would. Pokestop down. As long as they don't hit Rare Candy here, we're still okay. Alright. Well, Night Stretcher alone is not enough. So on our next turn, we go Arven for Ultra Ball. We grab Ultra Ball, discard the Klefki, and whatever else we draw, grab ourselves Alakazam, use Rare Candy, Alakazam, look for a single energy, and we can knock out the barrel and kind of go from there. And then on the next turn, we boss the Frigibax. Okay, so we see the Iron Hands. I'm not really worried about that, though. Iron Hands isn't really the biggest threat to us. At least not at this moment. Because on this upcoming turn, we should be able to knock up a barrel. On the following turn after that, we knock out this Frigibax. Alright. Alright, we're gonna go Pokestop first. That's fine. Alright, now we'll go Arven for Ultra Ball, Big Air Balloon. We go Ultra Ball here, get rid of the Nest Ball and the Klefki. Grab ourselves the Alakazam. Go Rare Candy onto the Abra with an energy. Throw the Jamming Tower down. Not that it really matters. If it shuts off the air balloon, we don't really care. We just took it to thin our deck. We'll throw it onto here just because, but again, its effect being negated doesn't matter. We just want to be able to bump the Pokestop. We get the Neo Upper Energy, which is a little bit redundant, but we have to start getting attacks off, so unfortunately it's the play we have to make right now. So we'll kind of just double up on some energy. We'll go Dimensional Hand, knock out the Bibarel, and grab one prize. There's an Earthen Vessel. That's actually good for us. We cut off our opponent's draw engine a little bit. Unfortunately, it does mean that they can bring in Greninja. They can knock out our Abra as well as the Mimikyu. But after that, there's really nothing else that they can take KOs on, and especially if we're able to boss up the Frigibacks. Which they do have to go Moonlight Shuriken right away here. Which means after they discard these two energies, we will be down to 2 prize cards, but there won't really be anything else they can do. Because like I said, we boss up the Fridge. Pretty annoying to have to give up the Mimikyu. And the Abra. I guess I could run Manaphy, but this is pretty rare that this ever happens, so... I think from here, like I said, we just go boss's orders. Keep this in. I'm not really worried about, like, creating a new Alakazam at this point. Go Dimensional Hand. Knock that out. Grab myself another prize. Just another Iron Thorns. I think at this point, if I'm able to knock out the Iron Hands, that would be ideal, because it would put me in a position to kind of just close out the game. So they don't do enough damage, even if they're able to get another Moonlight Shuriken off. Night Stretcher for Frigibacks. Or not. Oh, they just Night Stretcher for an energy to be able to go. Okay. So, get rid of this. At this point, we're just looking to thin our deck out, because we just want to get into the Iono to just be as annoying as possible. So we'll take the energy. It doesn't really matter what we do with it at this point. Go Ultra Ball, get rid of this, get rid of this. And we'll grab ourselves one more Iron Thorns. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. Bring that up. And then what we'll do is Industrious Incisors. We'll throw... Yeah, again, it doesn't really matter. We just go Dimensional Hand here. Wish we did 10 more damage, but unfortunately we don't. Here comes the Moonlight Shuriken. Nest Ball for what? Okay, Fridge. After we knock this out, it'll be safer for us to... I wonder what they go... Are they going double Fridge? Yeah. It'll be safer for us to play, like, basics down again, so we can actually just double nut. Like, we can Nest Ball, fail the Nest Ball, go Nest Ball again, grab ourselves a basic to play, place the energy down, and kind of go from there. Again, just looking to get as many things out of our hands so we can find the Iono. Because we want to stop the incoming... Alright, so we'll fail this Nest Ball just to get it out of our hand. Nest Ball again. Grab ourselves the Mimikyu. Go energy down onto that. Give ourselves an opportunity to draw 3. We could actually go Night Stretcher. And hold on to this. We'll go incisors. Fortunately, we didn't find the Iono that we really want, and that is making things harder. But we knock this out. Get the next prize, which is an Arven. Not exactly what we're looking for, but again, we can just find ourselves an Ultra Ball with it, use it to cut down our hand a little bit. Ideally, from this point, we actually just find ourselves the switch. We switch the Iron Hand, or the Iron Thorns out, because we don't really care about that as much. No, we'll keep it in. Okay, cool. So we find ourselves the Iono. That's actually really good for us. We can go ahead and drop that. We go incisors. And then from here, we can Dimensional Hand, set this up for a second turn KO, where our opponent still needs to find Rare Candy backs, and if they go Irida for Rare Candy backs, they're still in a pretty rough position. They put double Irida in the deck. We find our Iono all over again, which is pretty good for us. We can actually just leave everything we have in our hand like this. We take the Dimensional Hand KO. Knock that out. Take 2 prizes. There's our other rare candies. We could have used those earlier. But slow and steady will win the race. Because now we just need 1 prize card, and we are going to get it. Our opponent doesn't really have anything they can do. The power of Iron Hands, or Iron Thorns, triumphs again. And even though we made pretty big mistakes this game, honestly, which is the learning curve of kind of testing out a new deck, we were able to bring back... Oh, there's our switch, so that wouldn't have worked. We were able to bring it back, and it's actually really fun to play this deck. Iron Thorns really is a nuisance, and so it allows Alakazam to kind of come through and kind of win games that we probably shouldn't. But yeah, that's game number 1, and we'll jump into game number 2 in a second, and I'll see you guys there. Peace. Alright, we're in game number 2, and we won the coin flip again, so we're going to be going first again. We are going to mulligan here, unfortunately, but that's fine. We're only looking for 1 outcome. Our opponent mulligans as well. We open the Iron Thorns, which is what we wanted. Not really positive what my opponent's playing. Oh, actually, I am. It is... They're playing the... what is that card called? The, Aromage. Not Aromage, that's Pokemon. Or that's Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Spasming. Not Armored, Ceruledge. There it is. Got it. Finally, found it. We'll go ahead and grab 1 more Iron Thorns, because unfortunately we don't have Mimikyu in our deck, and so that means both of our Mimikyu are prized right now, which is pretty unfortunate. We're not really super happy about that, though we do have an energy on to our Abra, which is pretty nice. We see... Okay, maybe it's not Ceruledge, because of the fact that we do see Arceus V here. Okay, so it's some kind of Entei deck, which also works for us. Iron Thorns is going to hurt this deck a lot. We will go Arven here. I think we Arven for Ultra Ball, and we'll take the Devolution because I don't think that's going to matter in this game. We're going to go Ultra Ball, Devolution, get rid of the Alakazam. to grab ourselves the Bibarel, because we clearly have turns to set up here. So we can go Bibarel, Incisors. We do even get ourselves a Kadabra as well as the Earthen Vessel. That's pretty big. We can get rid of the counter catcher since I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. Grab ourselves double energy, and now we're good for next turn. Obviously, we would love to get the first attack off because we could set up a 2-hit KO on the Arceus V, but I think we have time to work with. Like, I think time's on our side here, so we should be fine. It attacks for the energy, which is totally fine with us, like we said. We will go Alakazam EX. We'll place the Big Air Balloon down, and we could go Boss's Orders just to start getting damage on this instead, but I don't think it really matters. Okay, we go Abra, place an energy down there too. We don't really want to go too wide because we don't want to give too much damage to the Entei V, because that's going to unfortunately also take 2 hits. I think that's one of the main things holding Alakazam back, is like it just doesn't really do too much damage. But we are going to 2-shot everything, so I guess it kind of works out. They just choose to retreat, bring in Entei V, go double turbo. Go Burning Rondo. We do live that. Looks like we're going to end up giving up the first 2 prizes, but that's still fine by us. We'll go Dimensional Hand. Set this up so that way we do KO this. And then after that, we'll be able to knock out the Arceus V as well. So, Burning Rondo. Our opponent takes the first 2 prizes. But if you thought that that was going to break our Iron Thorns chain, you are mistaken, my friend. So, I guess from here, not having... Okay, yeah, it's fine. I was going to say, not having Mimikyus is like kind of annoying. But we have a 2 in 6 chance of getting them here, so let's see if we can get one. We do. Good enough for us. This we will be able to KO on the upcoming turn, provided it doesn't evolve. But if it does evolve, then they're not able to KO us anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And we can actually just look to play down our Mimikyu at this point. There's a Magma Basin. Doesn't really matter because KOing it will be the exact same outcome regardless of just being a 2-shot. There's a Night Stretcher for an energy. They can make Entei again. I guess they could just retreat Arceus V, bring in the Entei and attack again. I'll give up the Abra just to give up 1 prize card, offset the prize trade race. They go Switch, bring Entei back in. Fleet-footed for 1. Fines, man. Fine by me. Giving up the Abra doesn't really matter. We bring Iron Thorns back in. I'm actually fine with just placing the Mimikyu down here and just dropping the Iono. Putting them down to 3 cards. Setting the Entei V into a position. We can just drop this down, be a little bit more annoying. Go Incisors. We do get Arvens for future turns, as well as we can place energy onto the Mimikyu, which I'm pretty confident they're not going to have a way to get past Mimikyu outside of the 1 copy they have of Canceling Clone. There's Pheasantipity. Doesn't do anything for them. They can bring in the Bibarel. Okay, a little annoying. Our Bibarel's probably going to get knocked out here. But, again, that just sets them to 2 prizes. We knock out the Entei V. We're also down to 2. And then I don't think they have a way to really do anything from there. They Nest Ball for another Arceus. We will have Switch as an option. They won't have an attack that one-shots the Iron Thorns EX anyway. Because Turning Nova is only going to do 180, and then plus, yeah, and they won't even get the Defiance Band. Are they going to go Magma Basin and Sealstone? No, they wouldn't run Sealstone, obviously, because there's Star Birthing. I guess they just grab, like, Research here. Is that the play? The only problem with this deck is that these games do go on a long time. They use Jet Energy. I don't really feel like that was the play to make. At this point, there's no like there's nothing that really matters, so I think I just go Mimikyu here. How much do we actually need to do? 160. This does 90 plus 30. So what? 30, 60, another 90, that's 180. Yeah, so we actually could go... We could go Alakazam EX here, and I don't think there's a way for them to KO us. Like, after the fact, right? Unless I'm mistaken, but I think we just play Abra here. Go Arven. Grab ourselves Rescue Board. And what, like a Pokégear to see if we can get an Iono or something, or like a boss on the following turn. Yeah, I think that's fine. Because we go Mind Jack here, knock this out. We're 310 HP. I don't think there's anything that they have that can KO us. We do get a boss, so we should be fine. A full-powered Entei wouldn't KO us. Plus, our bench isn't full anyway. A full Arceus V wouldn't stop us. They don't have a way to power up the Heatran. So I think we can just go Boss's Orders Mind Jack on the next turn. Or actually, we don't even have to. We can literally just attack into the active. Do they have a way to power up the Delphox? Not a way that would matter to get rid of everything. The restart for 3. I feel like the play would have been to get rid of the Jamming Tower. Double Turbo Energy, Carmine. There's the Magma Basin. Fleet-footed for 1 more. But I just don't think there's an out. You still need 2 prize cards. You don't have a way to boss up the Iron Thorns. And even if you did, you still don't KO it from this range because you don't play a bench expander. And nothing you have does enough. So I'm pretty sure the game's just over. Yeah. Alright. Well, that's GG. Game number 2. Shockingly. Wow, this deck is performing, like, better than it should, actually. I don't think I've actually lost a game yet. They've just all been weird, though. But, alright, that's game number 2. I feel like this video is going to end up being a long one just because of the nature of the deck, but we'll jump into game number 3 in a second, and I'll see you guys there. Peace. Alright, we're into game number 3, and we're going to be going first. We have gotten pretty lucky and gotten the coin flips right each time. So we can actually go Iron Thorns, place down our Abra, start our turn. Oh, okay, we're up against Charizard this time, which is pretty fun. We do get Rare Candy as well as Earthen Vessel. We will grab ourselves Bidoof and a Mimikyu. And then from here, we'll go Earthen Vessel, get rid of the Mimikyu, grab ourselves Double Energy, attach the energy to the Abra, and then I'm going to go Nest Ball here, grab myself a second Iron Thorns, just so that way if they are randomly playing the copy of Iron Bundle, that they cannot remove my Iron Thorns as easily. We see a Nest Ball. For Duskull. And they have to pass. We can use our Arven here. I'm actually going to make an aggressive play. We'll get rid of the Air Balloon. I'm going to get rid of this and the Arven. Grab myself the Alakazam EX. Rare Candy, Alakazam. Attach the energy. And go Dimensional Hand to knock out the Pidgey. The main reason for this is that, yes, I want to stop the Pidgeotto from becoming a thing, or the Pidgeot from becoming a thing. The Rare Candy from our prize cards doesn't really matter. But we just want to start applying pressure as much as possible, because the reality is that at some point they're going to be able to boss into the Charizard, probably attach some energy, and because of our darkness weakness, that it's gonna like be really annoying for us to have to deal with. So we just want to be able to get as much things done as possible. They do just give up the Dusclops to get rid of the Bidoof. I don't really know if that was the right play. Fire energy down. Yeah, alright. So they just did that because they were going to give up anyway. Super quick game 3. Dude, that's just the power of Iron Thorns sometimes in some matchups, especially being able to just... We got a little lucky and we're able to just start applying pressure with Alakazam right away, which made it so our hand didn't really matter. But, alright, very quick game 3. We'll jump into... We'll do one more just because that one was a little underwhelming. And I'll see you guys there. Peace. Alright, we're into the next game, and we're going first again. Our coin flip luck is going crazy today. Our hand luck, not so much, though. This would actually have been really good had that been like an Abra or something, but, you know, it wasn't, and so we'll see what we end up with this time. This is worse. We'll see what we're up against, though. Spinarak Minior. I guess we just go Buddy Poffin here for like Abra and Klefki. Not really sure. We'll go Nest Ball for one more Abra. And then I'm gonna attach the energy here, retreat, bring Klefki in, and pass, I guess the goal from this point is just to get into Bibarel, so like if we can get an energy and start evolving, that would be good. Or like if we can top deck Bibarel, that would also be fine. And Arven would also be useful. This deck is interesting though. So it's gonna be doing things based off the retreat cost. So it's gonna be playing like Archeops, or not Archeops, Spinarak, and like stuff like that. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so what, it just poisons me? Doesn't really matter. Okay, so we do get the Arven, that's kind of cool. So I think from here what we do is just grab ourselves Earthen Vessel, and we'll grab like a de-evolution. So honestly, we don't need that, so we'll just go ahead and discard it. Which I guess was like our original plan anyway. Take the 2 energies. We'll place the Kadabra down. Go TM Evolution. Energy. Go Evolution. For Bibarel and an Alakazam. So make Alakazam EX. And our Bibarel. And then on the next turn, we can just place an energy onto the Alakazam EX. And then use Bibarel, find ourselves some more pieces. Ariados. So, I mean, this is actually a kind of fun deck. I might build this. Let's go energy there. Hyper Aroma. The only issue I have with this deck so far is, like, I'm not sure what their draw engine would be. Because, like, they knock me out, sure. But what do you actually do now? Because I can just sack this Abra, right? Like, we attach. We go Air Balloon. I'll honestly drop this. Bring this in. Go Bibarel. I even get the Mimikyu here. That's actually pretty nice. Because then I can go Teleporter. Ignore that. Bring in Mimikyu. Buddy Poffin, grab it back with another Mimikyu. Pass my turn, and then now I just look for one more energy and I just start attacking. And they can't really retreat either. I guess they can go Minior. But I don't think Minior one taps me, does it? How much damage does this do? 20. Yeah, it would, because 20, 40, 60, right? Yeah, so I guess it would KO me. Oh, I thought it... Right, this is only for evolution Pokemon. So I still live. Makes things a little bit easier for me. Nest Ball here. I don't really want any of this. Just kind of place this down. I can potentially make a second Bibarel if I want. Go Incisors here. You do get an Ultra Ball. So just pass. Yeah, I'll pass for now. On my next turn, hopefully I can get into an energy and like actually start doing something. But I think a lot of my energies are prized, right? Because I used Earthen Vessel earlier. And the only 2 energy... Yeah, so like I think 2 of my energies are prized. Which means I do actually have to find the Rescue Board. Or not the Rescue Board, the Night Stretcher. Or my Neo Upper, which would be a little redundant. Actually, if I can get an Arven, that would be fine, because what I could end up doing is, like, this gets knocked out, I bring in the next Mimikyu. What would be ideal is if I could go, like, Super Rod back in the 1 Mimikyu and 2 energy. I think that would be fine. I don't really want this. So, I think I'm going to make a kind of a weird play. I'm going to go Ultra Ball, get rid of this and this. Grab this. Use the Buddy Poffin, fail it. Incisors. Oh my god, dude, you're kidding me. And my turn, I can't find, like, anything. I still have 3 Arven in my deck, my Super Rod, my Neo. Because I made this in case I found Neo. Because that's like the biggest thing, I like need to start getting damage off. Too many turns are passing where I'm not doing anything. Just go Ultra Ball in the next turn for a second, like, Bidoof, I think. Or a second Bibarel, rather. Because they KO my other Mimikyu here. Let me see, what does that do? Shuffle your hand, draw 4. If your opponent has 3 or fewer event prizes, so then you draw 8. So there's the grab tackle. I'll just leave this Alakazam in the active for now. Alright, I'm getting rid of all of this. I don't need any of this at this point. I'll grab this just to thin my deck out. And then what I think I just want to do, go Ultra Ball, just discard everything. Grab myself another Bibarel. Place this down. Go Incisors. Alright. That all works, because I can go Night Stretcher here, grab myself an energy. This isn't exactly like the combination of things that I'd want it to be, but it's fine. Place this down, and then from here, I think what I want to do is go Counter Catcher and start putting damage on this. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then we just drop the Iono. Okay, perfect. We go Jamming Tower, Super Rod, go Super Rod for this, And these. Yeah. Okay. All of that is fine. Now, we'll Pokégear here. Actually, we'll hold on to that. We'll just Incisors for one more. Okay, there's our Mimikyu. We go Dimensional Hand here for 120. We're finally going to start being able to get some offense off, even though it's a little later than we'd want it to be. The main goal here is that we get a second attack off into this, stack enough damage, not actually to KO this, but to spread the damage out when we build up our regular Alakazam again. Unless we get Neo Upper on our following turn. If we go Neo Upper on the following turn, then we just go Mind Jack, knock this out, and then just start taking... That would bring us down to 4, and then we just start taking one prize after another. Which I think is what we're going to have to end up doing. Alright, go Pokégear. Hope we hit an Arven. We do. Okay. So from here we go Arven. There's nothing actually that we can grab because our Neo Upper's still somewhere just off in our deck. That's pretty annoying. Alright. We go Dimensional Hand again. I guess the play was to go Iono. Yeah, because there's going to be another Arven. We do get KO'd here, but then I think we just bring in Alakazam all over again. Gravity Stone. Yeah, I think this is the play we have to make. We go Iono, put them down to 1 card. We have to make a huge comeback from this point. We get the 1 energy for this. And now I think the play is that we have to KO this. I don't really love that, but it's the play we have to make. We take 2 prizes. We do have our Rare Candy and an energy, so we will be able to retreat. We go... No, it doesn't matter. 130, we do survive. Go Rare Candy. We survive an extra attack here, so I think that's what we have to do. Like, we knock this out. We survive the next attack, we retreat. Bring in this Alakazam, go Psychic, knock this out. I'm getting cards. There's there. Is it better to retreat? think so, right? Yeah, I think we retreat. Attach the Neo Upper. Go Dimensional Hand. Get the KO here. Oh, man. I'm not sure. Because we don't have another Iono. If we did, that would be amazing. Because we don't, like... They evolve here and knock us out, right? That's just, like, the outcome that's about to happen. Grab Attack only hits us for 10. Because we also resist it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, we just go Dimensional Hand again. Knock this out. It kind of just all comes down to if they can evolve or not, right? It looks like they can't. Do they not have any more in their deck? They've only played one. Unless that's their last prize. Wow, that is incredibly lucky. I think they ran 2 copies and it was their last prize. Wow, okay. That was very, very lucky. That was a very long game. But we made the 6th prize comeback. That deck looks a lot of fun. Actually, I really want to try that. I'm probably going to end up building that soon. That was very fun. But, alright, that's going to be the final game. What a weird, wacky comeback. But I'm actually happy that we played a lot of other, like, fun decks today. Rather than just hitting, like, the same standard meta all the time. And the one Charizard deck we did hit, we kind of just slapped in the face. So that was actually pretty exciting. But yeah, that's going to be today's video. I will see you guys all in the next one. As always, I want to give another shout out to the channel members. Thank you guys so much. And to everybody else, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see in the next video. And yeah, I'll see you guys all later. Peace.